G'day, this is Mark from Rolling in the Red Dirt, and we are back on the road again. Yeah!
To Rolling in the Red Dirt. We have set off today for a trip to South Australia. So we've done how far today?
776 kilometres. Did a few stops, and I think we set off about
6:15.
6:15 this morning.
Pulled in at about 4:15, half past 4. We are at
Jimberlana Hill, which is just outside of Norseman. This is a free camp just on the start of the Eyre Highway.
Yeah, flies are friendly. Nothing here, obviously, but we're just going to have some dinner and an early night, and then push on across the Nullarbor
tomorrow. Our first stop of our 4-week journey. We've just had breakfast at a little Lions Park in Clackline, or called Clackline. It's quite picturesque. There's an old bridge and
yeah, the little park. This is the site of the original school. Dates back to 1800 and something.
Somebody's been reading info bubbles. Good morning, it's Monday morning and we don't have to go to work. That's a really good feeling. But we're starting off the morning, excuse me, I'm falling over rocks. We are climbing the hill.
Because you wouldn't know it was us if we didn't do a morning walk.
The path looks pretty clear when you first set off, but within like 100 metres it's very indistinct, so we're kind of just making our own way at the moment. We made it. Bit of a rock scramble, and I said no clear path, but it's definitely worth it. We're camped just down there. That's a mine over there, and then there's a big salt lake looking thing over there. Finding our way down slowly. It's almost as tricky as coming back up, coming up. There's no real path. I can see the caravan down there, so we know we're heading in the right direction. Okay, we've just discovered some piles of rocks. There's another one just through here. So we're guessing that this might be the proper route. We've just stopped at the Balladonia roadhouse. We've got some fuel, got some coffees on their way, and we've just had a look around their museum. Don't think that was a real camel.
We have now made it to the 90-mile straight. So it's the longest straight section of road in Australia or the Southern Hemisphere?
Australia, I think.
Australia.
We are now driving along the 90-mile straight. Next stop probably be Caiguna or Caiguna Roadhouse. And
different driver.
Different driver this time. I thought it was a nice straight bit of road. You're not going to have to do any bends. But yeah, good. I'm not a very good passenger though. And I'm certainly not as good a navigator, so a straight road works well for us.
We are at the Caiguna, I don't know how you say it, Blowhole. Apparently there's lots of these caves along the Nullarbor, and all caves breathe. Oh, you can feel the air.
You can hear it.
Oh my life, it's really quite cold.
Okay, yeah.
We headed off and we've stopped at a couple of roadhouses.
Yep, we bought coffee at one.
Nothing at the other. But we did also stop at Caiguna
Blowholes, which is right next to the Eyre Highway.
Yep, right on the road there.
And you walk up to this thing that you think's like this big hole in the ground, and it's quite amazing actually. At the amount of cool wind that is blowing up this blowhole.
Yeah, that was really quite good to
stop. It was very clever.
That was
very clever. Very good.
So that was good, and then we carried on. We pulled Starlink out at lunchtime because we hadn't really got any reception and we weren't sure where we were heading for tonight, so we wanted to read a few reviews on Wiki, and then we identified a few on Wiki. And we liked all of those, so we could find them again. And then we missed the entrance to all of those because somehow we can't quite figure out where these places are.
Well, it says like, 200 metres after the brow of the hill, which turned out to be 20 metres after a brow of a hill.
We missed it.
We missed it. This one we're at now, though, which is pretty good.
Yep, this was easy to find.
This was easy to find because it's got a big sign.
This one's really big, goes back a long way. There's nobody else here. We were sure there would be somebody else here tonight.
And it's called Moonera Tank Rest Area.
Yeah.
But we can't find a water tank.
No, but we can find a march fly or two.
Or they can find us.
And the other thing that happened today, which we didn't know would happen, was our clocks changed by 45 minutes because apparently we're now in Western Central Time. Standard Time
or something, yeah. So we've lost 45 minutes somewhere along the Eyre Highway.
We knew there was the time difference in South Australia, but we didn't know it was happening gradually to us. No. So that's okay. We're adjusting to that well.
It just meant we had a drink earlier, really.
Yeah, it was beer o'clock earlier.
Yeah, that's true.
So, but anyway, we'll hopefully have a good night's sleep again tonight, and
the journey continues tomorrow.
Yeah,
we might
hoping to get towards the coast and maybe Peg 13. People say Peg 13.
Do we go into South Australia tomorrow?
I don't know.
We don't know. We'll have to research that anyway. It's been a good trip so far. Yep. So I'm enjoying it, and we're only on day 2, and we got a long way to go, so that's awesome.
Yep.
Cheers. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
We are now at Eucla, and that means apparently we're about halfway between Perth and Adelaide. It's quite interesting actually just seeing the different cars and stuff on the road. There's some really old little cars. Can't imagine life is very comfortable travelling across the Nullarbor in that. That's it, we officially made it. South Australia. The sign's looking a bit sad. South Australia.
South Australia.
Mate. It's true blue Rui. The really strange thing about Border Village is, I don't know, I thought it'd be a bit more of a village. it's a roadhouse. I'm sure lots of you know that. But I think back to COVID when people were waiting like weeks and days at these borders
to try and get across
into WA, and like there's nothing here. And other times, I guess, when it's been closed, people spend days here. But anyway, thankfully we're not spending days here, and we're going to push on through and try and see the coast. So here is the Great Australian Bight. We stopped at Peg 13 and had a look, and that was really nice. We had our lunch there, but we sort of decided it was a little bit early to stop for the night, and so we're just aware that there's a lot of these cliff top campsites that have been closed because of the erosion of the rock and the risk of them falling. But we looked and found that 52 was still open, so we've driven along to Peg 52, and Mark has just put the drone up just to make sure we're on solid ground, because I was maybe a little bit panicky. But we've got an amazing spot. Sure, Mark will do some drone footage, but as you can see, we are on the cliffs, but we are right away from the edge. Well, still quite close to the edge, but we're not on the edge. So we're hoping that that's going to be okay.
I have to say, this is got to be one of the most incredible camp spots ever. On the edge of Australia, the scenery is insane, and you feel like you're going to fall off a cliff. I say you don't get many restaurants with a view like this.
Oh, that's lovely, thank you, honey.
The other thing is, it's gone 7 o'clock and it's still really light. We're not used to daylight saving time, come from WA. It's morning on the Bunda cliffs. It was pretty windy last night, and as you probably can see, it's a bit overcast this morning. Still spectacular spot to camp. We are just about to finish packing up and head off probably to Penong this morning. We'll stop at Nullarbor roadhouse because you have to, and we want to see it and the old house and things like that. And
is that rain over there?
I don't know. Anyway, we'll continue our journey.
Where are we, Mark?
Nullarbor Roadhouse,
Yeah.
the western end of the Nullarbor Plain.
Gonna go and do the tourist thing. These roadhouses all have little restaurants and bars, which if you're staying here, I guess would give you a feed. We are now at the Head of Bight Visitor Centre, so it's about 10 kilometres I think off the Eyre Highway, but it's a sealed road, so easy to do. There's a visitor centre. It is paid, so $9 per adult, but we're going to go in and have a look around, have a bit of a break and see what's in there.
I don't know if you'll see this on video. I could try and zoom in when I edit it. But just out there past that pointy bit of rock is a whale. Oh, there's a fin.
We have arrived in Penong and just booked into the caravan park, so it's $30 a night for an unpowered site, but we can have water for that, so we're filling up the tanks and getting ourselves ready to I don't know, decide where we spend the next few nights. We're due to arrive in Hahndorf on Sunday night, so we've got a few nights to fill before then. So we just had a drive down to Lake McDonnell. It's a pink lake.
It's actually pink.
And it is pink. Normally we go to these pink lakes and they don't look pink, but this one is at the moment pink. Beautiful spot. And then I think we're going to drive down and have a little look at Cactus Beach.
Well, just had a bit of a disaster with the drone. Just coming into land and it shot off and landed in the lake. Oh, there's a thing. Sorry, we nearly ran over a lizard. I do have DJI Care, so hopefully if it doesn't fly again I can claim and get a new one. But yeah, that was like, I feel a bit sick now. But anyway, it's one of those things. So you fancy a surf?
No. I don't know whether it's a reef break or a beach break. You know, I'd go in if I knew that, obviously.
I think it's a point break. This is Cactus Beach, which is a famous surf break apparently. Just over the dunes is Point Sampson camping ground.
Cactus Beach campground, isn't it?
I said Point Sampson.
All right.
Thing.
Anyway, it's a campground.
And I think you pay that through the South Australian government or
No,
something.
I think a man comes around and collects the money here.
Okay. The man comes and collects your money here.
And it's $20 per adult per night, we just read on the sign.
Yeah, so it's more expensive than the caravan park we're at.
I think there is long drops.
And
But it actually looks really nice.
It
It's
does,
behind
yeah.
the dunes,
So it should be sheltered.
It should be sheltered.
And the road in's a little bit corrugated and rough in places. There's a few lizards and snakes running, slithering across it, but
It's okay, you
it's
bring
okay.
your van in fine.
Yeah, and you go over the causeway at Lake McDonnell's on your way in as well, where you put your drone in the water. Well, you don't have to do that bit, it's optional. Just around the corner from the caravan park is the Penong Windmill Museum, which is pretty famous. We've seen lots of pictures of it. We've seen, you know, lots of other people's YouTubes.
It just stopped. Is that just because the wind stopped?
I guess so. And so we've come to have a look. So as you will have seen, we have stopped for a night in Penong at the caravan park. So we're on an unpowered site. Just behind me over there is the Penong Windmill Museum, which I've already shown you. And then just the ablution bollock there. Camp kitchen is just over there. Mandy, We'll see if you're getting dizzy. Mandy's behind me. We are just cooking dinner. The guest is gone. There's a seagull that's looking very interested in our Thai red curry. And then there's a drone there drying out. Curry there, bubbling away on the outside kitchen. Nice clean park, a little bit older, but we're only here at night. And yeah, it's all good.
And a place to leave your fresh fruit and veggies for other people to pick up if you want to.
Yep, because it's quarantine day tomorrow.
We are in the car and ready to head towards KImba. We had a good night here at the Penong Caravan Park. Actually, would recommend it as a stop if you're coming through. Not a huge lot in Penong, but a few little bits and pieces to do, enough to keep you occupied. We had a big storm come through last night, which wasn't forecast at all, and we were just really glad that wasn't the night before when we were up on those cliffs.
Yeah, it was thunder and lightning. So
yeah, thunder, lightning, not a huge amount of rain actually, but a lot of thunder and lightning. So we're heading off today. Apparently there is a bit of a front that's going to pass over the next 24 hours, so it feels like it's sort of chasing us from behind. So
I think we're
going east again.
Some of it anyway.
All good. We'll show you KImba when we get there. Oh, we've got quarantine to go through first.
Yes.
So we just got rid of all our fresh fruit and veg, and apparently I've spoken to the lady on the hotline and we can take our commercial honey in. So we're hoping that that's okay, but we have to declare it. So we'll let you know how we go at quarantine. Yep, so we're through quarantine. We declared our honey. That was all okay. We had a look in the fridge, had a look in the few cupboards, asked us about potatoes, which we didn't have, checked the boot of the car, we showed him our firewood, which was all good, and that's it done.
Yeah.
Pass. We have just pulled into Caiguna. We were going to drive on through because we filled up with water last night. We're not desperate for any fresh fruit and veg, and we're going to stop in KImba anyway so we can get anything we need there. But there was one thing that we did really need to get. What's that, Mark?
Coffee.
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 The flat white is calling.
So you see the new wheels?
You have to pedal. There's no power.
Going to try and find the sign that shows we're in the centre of Australia, or halfway. And there's some silo art which we saw as we came here, which was pretty cool, and we'll show you the campground as well. This is KImba, by the way. KImba does have some impressive silo art, but don't make the mistake as we did and try and get close to the fence to take a photo.
Well, it's not a we, it was only you.
It was only me. There's a viewing spot, and you can't get your caravans near it for your caravan shot in front of it. This is a sculpture trail we're on, which is just quite close to the free RV rest area. Oh, hang on. Negotiating some obstacles on a bike with smaller wheels is interesting. Now, we've seen one sculpture. Apparently there's more, we'll see. We were just commenting on how it was lacking in sculptures, and then we found a wombat. Now we found a snake. I think that was a racehorse goanna. We're at the free camp in KImba. Well, it's a donation camp. It's really good. We had a big storm last night, thunder and lightning, not much rain, but you can see the sky behind me. We've got another storm rolling in at the moment. Looks like we might be cooking in the van tonight. But yeah, lots of thunder. Oh yes.
So this is the one amenity block over at the toilet area. So showers and toilets, all really clean. So there's a few sections to the free camp. There's the section over between the trees that we're in and the toilet block. This is the community hall. which has obviously got a pretty impressive mural on it.
Australia is famous for its big things. This is quite an impressive big thing actually. This is the Big Galah.
I think the Big Galah's a bit chilly this morning.
Yeah, it's a bit of a cold, wet morning in KImba this morning. But we're hitting the road again.
So just leaving KImba and had to stop at the halfway across Australia sign. So apparently it's from the east to the west, halfway across. I think it might depend which points you measured from, but anyway, KImba have claimed it, good on them, and we've got the photo.
We have just stopped for a quick pit stop and some lunch at a little town called Goulnair. We left KImba this morning and we are on our way to the Clare Valley. We've got a caravan park booked for 2 nights, so we're going to explore the Clare wine region. Now this is a little cool camping spot actually. It's their recreational oval, which I don't think is probably used as an oval anymore, but they can camp here for a donation. Oval behind me, you can probably see the tow beast and the caravan over there, but you've also got slabs and picnic tables and fire pits provided, and yeah, the toilets. I don't know if there were showers, I didn't notice, but yeah, we've just stopped here for lunch, but this would be a cool little place to stop for an overnighter, or maybe even to explore the Clare Valley. As I said, we're heading to a caravan park, so we're getting power and water and all those exciting things tonight. Anyway, we'll show you when we get there.
Well, that's it for this episode, guys. The next one we will be heading on to Clare Valley, Harndorf, and then into Adelaide. Hope you've enjoyed travelling with us. If you do like our videos, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode.